Hello, my name is Ezra, aka Mr. Nozzy, and FYI, it's Shank. Now, Shank is a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up and is developed by, and forgive me again for my pronunciation, it's Clay, or Clay, spelled K-L-E-I, that's Clay Entertainment. Now, this is an awesome game that is set in a comic book art style, which I love. You really don't see enough of this out there in 2D side-scrolling games anyway. Now, it follows a character called Shank, and he was an ex-hitman in a mob, and he is out to get his revenge on the same mob for murdering his girlfriend. Now, that is the basic storyline. You don't really know much else apart from that at the start. So, again, I'm just going to hop straight into a bit of gameplay to show you guys what it's like. Now, I have already completed this game, and I've just bought Shank 2, so I thought I would go back and do an FYI of this game so you guys can get an overall perspective when the next FYI of Shank 2 comes out. So, what level to do? I'm going to go with one relatively close to the beginning, called Gears and Grenades, to see what this one's like as we go along. Now, one of the things that I just love about this game, which I've said, are the cutscenes and the animations, and they make this comic book art style really believable, and really make it that enjoyable to follow. So here is Shank. This little mask I've got on here is something that I've unlocked. Right, so here you go. Here's a kind of cutscene, comic book art style. And the animations are brilliant. It just really brings it to life. Right, so these little things here are basically just health packs, essentially. If I can remember how to pick them up now. Oh, jeez. Maybe this wasn't the best level to start on. Right, let me just try and get a health back, and then... Oh, no. Right, there we go. I think it's... X is to pick it up. Right. Now, firstly, I just want to start off by saying that don't use a keyboard for this game, purely down to the fact that it's so tricky to use. I started off using a keyboard, and I picked up the game, put it down, and didn't pick it up for a long time. To be honest, until I got my Razer Onza controller, and it's a breeze to play with on a controller. Trust me, don't get this game until you get a controller for your PC. Right, I tell you what, this isn't probably the best way to show you this, so I'm gonna go to exit the game and we'll do a different level. So let's do one meat packing plant. Let's do this one. Now, basically, there are 3 types of weapons in this game. You get to use 3 weapons to start off with. You get a pair of knives, which is your basic weapon. You get a heavy weapon, which is a chainsaw. Basically, this is a cutback scene to the very start of the game. You kind of learn more as it goes along, and these cutscenes kind of reveal themselves slowly. This kind of shows you, right at the start when they killed his wife. And I'm not ruining anything for you there because you see this at the start of the game. So yeah, you get a heavy weapon, a chainsaw, basic weapons of knives, and firearms, which you start off with a pistol. Now, I've unlocked some certain ones as we've gone along, like a katana sword. Chainsaw, you get some kind of chains on your hands, machine gun, some pistols, and a shotgun. Now I'm going to stick to using kind of the basic ones here because I don't want to ruin stuff for you. But it's quite hard for games to get a really nice balance with the weapons to make you actually want to use all of them kind of in combination. That's quite a hard thing to do, and this really does pull that off really well. And the animations when fighting are, again, really satisfying, really good. They've done a really good job with this. The fact that everything runs so smooth and you've got so many moves to use all together like that in combo is brilliant. And you can see it's quite gory with all the blood and stuff, but it's quite a kind of gritty comic book art style, which I really love. And you can see you can kind of grapple up walls and things as you go along levels. So you do kind of use the environment quite well to get from platform to platform, as it were. Like so. And you've got this cool little running jump move here, which I think is quite satisfying. So what else do I have to tell you about this game? Oh yeah, you've also got backup items in this 2D brawler game, which are your grenades. Now let me show you here. So you can crouch and just throw off a grenade. Again, extremely satisfying. You usually kill people within one hit of those, unless they're the kind of bigger, badder type of bosses. But yeah, it's just quite fluid gameplay, which I think is brilliant. This kind of game, I think, needs to be quite fast-paced, and it does that brilliantly. And that's another move you can do there. So if I press down and then put this guy up in the air, like so. Try it one more time. You can juggle him in the air, basically with your pistols or what other type of weapons you have, which is yeah, really cool. The game, the fighting in this is all really well thought out. If you love 2D brawler games, definitely get this game. But like I said, make sure you've got a controller first, because it's a bit intolerable to play with a keyboard. And this is the kind of grapple move that you can get. So you can leap onto a guy and then pull off a kind of little special move. Let me show you the chainsaw one. Come on. There we go. So cool. And then you've also got a kind of a pounce move, which is... Oops. Not that one. Hang on. This one. So you pin him to the floor. And while you pin him to the floor, you can keep other guys off by using your pistols. So again, it really does incorporate, like I said, all of the weapons in different moves in this game. That is what makes this game satisfying and makes it stand out from other kind of 2D brawlers that are out there at the moment. Again, loads of cool different moves to finish these guys off with. And you can also do kind of counter moves, like so. So again, loads of variation. And that's what you need. Another thing that kind of helps with the fast-paced gameplay are the acrobatics that you pull off, like so, like the pounce move. You can also jump in the air and then attack from the air, keeping everything fast-paced again. I'm not kidding you, I couldn't put this game down when I first started playing it with the controller. Whoa, here's one of your bigger enemy types. Now you can dodge these guys, like so. So you can kind of get behind them. Ooh. Saying that. Yeah, how do you like me now? This is a good way to take these guys out. Is to kind of use this quick attack move here, grapple them. But if you do it enough, they kind of do cotton onto it like so, and he's nailing me now. Yeah, so I need to keep my distance. There we go. And then usually the big guys give you health like so. So that's pretty cool. Now, as you go along in this game, you do unlock these different weapons like shotgun, your kind of Uzi, and it is really well paced in terms of when you unlock them, and that is really key to this game's success in terms of making it addictive and making you want to play more. You really want to find these next load of new weapons because you know they're going to give you loads of new cool finishing moves. So hats off to the developers for doing that. So I might show you another little weapon in a minute if I'm feeling up to it. Now, disappointingly, boss fights can feel a little repetitive because there are boss fights and these guys are huge and they're pretty epic. They're enjoyable to look at and the kind of prospect of fighting them is exciting. But like I said, they are a little repetitive. And what else was I going to say? Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate here. The boss fights are a little repetitive in the way that you kind of know their habits, you know what they're going to do next, and it's just a question of trying to get around them to to pull off that finishing move. And it's a shame that they don't use a bit more variation in how you can kind of use moves to finish them off. It is a bit kind of set, which is disappointing. Something to improve on in the future. Oh, I've got very little low health here. Oh, I don't want to die. I've got very low health. Ah, oh, damn. There we go. So I died. And when you die, you quickly go back relatively close to the last save point, which is, as you can see, very close to where it was, where I died. Now, there is a move that you can do when you're jumping in the air, and I can't quite remember how to do it. And you saw it a minute ago, it kind of went in slow-mo, and I don't think I've ever pulled it off properly, so maybe today might be the day that I get to do that. How do you like my grenades? Yeah. Now, the best way to take out these big guys is to try and combo them with a load of heavy moves and lighter moves. Because if you do try like the same thing, like I said, the repetitive moves, they kind of get the hang of them. Let's get over here. Ah, nice way to finish him off there. Oh yeah. Now you can aim these pistols. It's either kind of sideways, up, or down. That's all the range of movement you really get. That's something they could improve on in the second version, which, again, I will be playing and testing out very shortly. So, if you could get like a full range of movement, that would be quite nice to aim for. Again, some more acrobatics here. Make it very interesting. Oh, nice. I just don't get how I did that move. Ow. Ow. Damn. See, I think he's cottoning onto my moves now. I like how they've all got their own little names, these henchmen. You can see in the top right hand corner, that's quite cool. Right. Ah! But yeah, the level of detail as well on each of the characters is done really well. It really does reflect that comic book art style, which I think is missing, like I said, from a lot of 2D platformers. Now, something that I have seen really recently that I have tweeted about, so please check out our Twitter and our Facebook page to check up this bit of news and the link for this. They are bringing out a game called, what is it? Something to do with ninjas. Check on our Twitter page to find out a bit more about this. So just search for GameLock Reviews on Twitter or Facebook, and you will see this bit of news where they're bringing out a new kind of ninja game, which is exactly the same kind of style, this comic book art style, but it's all like based around stealth and how to dispose of your enemies and distract them. And there's only one video of it so far, but it looks really interesting, so I really do recommend you check that out. Yes, one other thing I wanted to say about the boss fights is that the moves that you do get to pull off on the bosses when you do it, that are basically, when you time it right and you pounce on them, it just basically does the move for you. But yeah, they are really satisfying to watch, and I think even though they're automated, it works really well. Oh yeah, it does work really well. So when I do get to a boss, I will show you. And I do think you guys are going to love it. It's kind of interesting that they're making a ninja game, because these moves that you pull off in this do kind of make you feel like an expert ninja. Ooh. Yeah, and you can actually defend yourself and counter these guys for moves. So it's not just the fact of you're always going to get kind of hit or hurt. And if you time it right, like so, you pull off a counter move, which is kind of cool. Come on, back over here. No escape. So smooth, this man. So smooth. What else have I got to say about the game? Yeah, just generally, this... It really leaves you wanting more. And generally in 2D platformers, you don't find that the storyline is any good. But the way that this has cutscenes involved in the comic book art style, I don't know, it just makes the story quite believable. And it does make you kind of care about the characters because they're done so well in this kind of storyboard way. And it does actually make the story enjoyable, and you don't find that in many 2D kind of games. So, yeah. Right, here we go. Here's the boss. The Butcher.
I'd kill you now, friend, but I want you to hear her scream.
No. No. Shank. Oh, no.
Yeah, he wants his woman back.
I tell you, she was one sweet ride, all fighting for her life and shit.
Here we go. Oh, right, yeah. You got to be careful if you get anywhere near these guys. Whoa, yeah. They will just grab you, and it's quite hard to get out of that. Now, I found a way to kind of beat this, and I don't think it's meant to be done this way, but you can just dodge. Oh, damn! I'm nearly dead. You can dodge back and forth behind them, and then dodge back the other way, which is kind of a little bit of a cheat, to be honest. Damn, I died. It is a little bit of a cheat. Right, so we've got to shoot the meat slabs. Right, let's just skip this bit. Oh no, that was a bad start. Oh! Yeah, the way they kind of slow these moves down is, again, kind of quite cinematic when they try to do these kind of finishing moves. Here we go. This is another thing that frustrates me. It asks you to do these pounce moves when they get stuck, but sometimes they don't always connect. Ah, so here you go. Basically, when you jump on top of him and do that kind of finishing move, there is an element where you have to press a button. On this guy there is. On the other ones, on the other bosses, that aren't so much. Damn. But apart from that, it is quite repetitive, like I was saying. Shoot the meat slabs so that he uses his chain. There we go. But yeah, like I said, it is very satisfying. And it all comes together so seamlessly. It's what I love about this game. It's so good. Right, shoot the meat slab. There we go. Mine. Now, one element that they could use... Okay, we'll just watch this little cutscene and then I'll just finish off with my final thoughts on this game. Very gruesome. Very gruesome. Oh, but is he dead? Hell no! Too late though, mate boy. It's going for a ride. Tooloo. Awesome cutscenes, and they have actually just released a comic of this that you can download online if you go to their website, so check that out. I will be doing this. Yeah, after you finish a boss, it kind of leads you on to the next character that you have to chase down. So I just wanted to say finally that they don't have any online multiplayer, which is disappointing because so many 2D games could implement it, but they don't, and it's so frustrating. For example, Rayman that's coming out, does that have an online multiplayer element? No, it's local multiplayer. Why they don't? It's just frustrating because 4-player with these type of games or 2-player is it'd just be so much better to have it online multiplayer. So sort that out, people. But apart from that, this game is very satisfying. If you don't already have it, go out and buy it. And like I was saying, I will do an FYI of the second game, which is to come very shortly. But yeah, I've loved this game. Really enjoyable. So I would recommend go out and get it now. I think it's only £7.99, which in dollars will be around $10, roundabout, or $9, I'm guessing. So yeah, very satisfied. So this has been an FYI of Shank. And we will see you guys next time for Shank 2. So we catch you guys later. Oh, firstly, don't forget to check out our Facebook page and our Twitter page. So just search for GameLock Reviews. Like us up on there, just to see any more news and upcoming videos that we have, to keep your eye on things. And also like this video if you like it, and comment down below if you don't dislike it, and let us know why. That's all for now, guys. Speak to you later.